I'll give you something you just touched on, sort of made me think about an example in my own sort of studies. When I was studying IT, I did networking
Yeah.
and I hated every second of it. Like I was like, this is ridiculous. This is the most pointless. Like what I couldn't, I was doing it because I just needed to pass the degree, but I didn't know if I didn't know if I was going to ever use this knowledge or if it was going to be like, why am I learning this? It seems so pointless. Fast forward 5 years no, more than 5 years. And I'm in the telco industry and networking is extremely relevant and it's fascinating. And now I'm doing a networking specific course and I'm loving it. Like I'm enjoying it. Like when I started doing it, um, I have this like lab software, which I remember I used to hate it. And then I was doing it. And the more I was doing it, like I spent like 4 or 5 hours trying to figure out and like figure out how basically routers and switches and all these sort of things work. And I was fascinated by it. But it's funny how you can come from two completely different references. And yeah, it's literally, it just meant two different things to me. And it changed the entire experience. So I want to get your thoughts on what's happening there.
Well, it's 100%. It's everything we just said. That
Yeah.
clarity is king. Like, why am I doing this?
Mm.
Why do I need to learn this? So when you have a clear reason why, so I need to self-publish my book. So I need to do something I don't want to do, which is I need to learn how to put together a PDF file for Amazon's print on demand and whatever. So I'm going to do whatever I need to get to that outcome. All right. I'm not necessarily going to enjoy it. And those are the situations where it's permissible, where there's a clear goal that you need and reason for doing something you don't really want to do and learning something that you're not really interested in.
Yeah.
Only interested to the extent of it can get you to a milestone. Whereas the other time, you just got to be left to approach the things that you love,
Yeah.
that you're interested in, that you're curious about. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. It's like if I sat you down next week and forced you to learn, Shakespeare, right? You're like, all right, but I haven't, it's not good timing for me. Like, sure, I could learn to like Shakespeare, but maybe right now I've got bigger priorities. Therefore, my attention's not going to be on it.
Yeah.
So you're just not, but if you're able to come to it, and you being able to come to it looks like I'm looking for something to read. All right, maybe I'll go for something a bit different. I've heard about this Shakespeare guy a lot, always wanted to check it out.
Mm.
And then I'm going to get one of the plays, or I'm going to go watch one of the plays. It was designed to be consumed as a play, not as a text, which is another conversation altogether. But then you can go to it in your own terms, and then you can become interested in it. You can't force people to get interested in things by putting tests on them. But as you proved with the Adrian story, you get the best performance out of people when they're interested in it.
Yeah, 100%. But I found it funny how my interest just completely changed when I could see that practically that knowledge had significant value and it was going to propel me forward. And also, I don't know, maybe it was the way I was learning in university, where my headspace was. I'm not too sure, but like same subject matter, completely different experience, which now that I'm thinking about is pretty fascinating.
It is, but it's such a common story. It's such a common story. So it turns out it's not the what. It's not the what, but it's the when and the how and all the conditions around it. So everyone now, this is why my whole without the box framework and the outside the box level, everyone now most think is about education now. Like the majority of like, yeah, school's messed up. So this is what's needed. And there's a lot of people who concentrate on, this is what people need to know. This is what people need to know. This is what people need to know. And what it really is, if they were left to design the school system, they would just do the same thing that's being done now, but just for different topics, which is basically sitting there thinking, what do people need to know? This.